Hello! Panting at the start of the video means that this is the second take. Didn't want to do that actually, but it was so horrible the first one, and experience tells me the second one won't be any better, but here we are again. I started saying the first take, which will not be uploaded. There's only so much shame I can bear. I mentioned the first take that I had the window open, despite that it's probably not quite freezing, but it's chilly here in the Netherlands. And now I've got the door open. I've got my Scandinavian Flick t-shirt on, my running shorts, and there is a bath towel in the seat. My shirt is already soaked. And if this video doesn't get R-rated for the language that I try to avoid but may not be capable of, then it will be for all these pseudo, those remarks involving human moisture. Right. Turbo. Intimidating, that's the word. Yeah, any gear, any speed, careful with your right foot. I'm using the 1985 mod, which I got from Heusinkveld Central, but the sound I replaced with something else, and of course the physics. I did those a long time ago, just as a fun sort of, if you can torture yourself, then yeah, of course you do. 200 miles an hour. 220 pounds, 100 kilos on the brake, not quite. I'm driving this car beyond, way short of its capability. I'm calibrating here about 100 kilos on the brake, 220 pounds, but I can't use it. Physically, can I press 220 pounds? Oh, I can, briefly. But I go cross-eyed, which is not the best position of your eyeballs to be when you're 200 miles an hour in a 1300 horsepower turbo car. As you do your first miss shift. So I'm not using the brake to the fullest, just because even though I can briefly, and I'm not saying 220 pounds is enough for these cars, perhaps it's 250 or more, I don't know what the real pedal forces were. I know I'm not using it because it just stops me from having any control over what I do with the rest of my body. The sounds that come out and what I do with my right hand, awkward, with my stick. No, that's still awkward. With my gear lever, yeah, I guess that's no longer awkward. I just don't know what I'm doing with it. And if I brake a lot less hard, at least I remain in some sort of control over the rest of the car. I've uploaded some practice footage, which I think looks really impressive, just the way the back always wants to step out, and in case you think the old days were worse, I'm using 1300 horsepower, which is just more than Formula 1 ever had and will ever have. Next year turbo engines in F1 with half that power, probably 6 something. So the late 80s, 86 actually, was the maddest season for F1. And you hear me short shifting. You kind of heard that in those videos as well. Because every time the boost comes in, you just light up the tires. Only in 4th gear if you're straight. If you're straight, can you go full throttle. And these cars had downforce and slicks. I'm running qualifying type tires, grip wise, but I've turned off the wear for this video, otherwise I would have to come in every lap. So it's not that I've got wheel spin because there's no grip, or there's no downforce. There is grip, there's downforce, but there's just a rocket engine overpowering it. Oh, and those curves. Oh man, that was so nearly dead. Curves are so violent. Fairly stiff cars already then, because they ran more downforce if they ran lower to the ground. It's not super stiff, but enough for you to stay off the curbs. Oh. As I unwantedly demonstrated there. This is more extreme than Group C, because there's just more ferocious power, less weight as well, and less inertia. Inertia basically decides how quickly you spin into a coma, and this car is smaller, nimbler than Group C car, so it spins around more violently, and the power comes in so suddenly. They didn't run these power levels during the race because the fuel consumption was just too high and engines wouldn't last. Wheel spin, wheel spin. So in the race they only had perhaps 800 or 900 horsepower. And I guess the V10s in Formula 1 a couple of years ago, 3.5 liter, I don't know when exactly it was, but they probably had 800 or 900 horsepower as well. So as far as race trim goes, these cars were just really insane, but not quite as insane. But in qualifying, as I'm running here, with the qualifying tires and the 1300 horsepower or more, wiggle, hard on the brakes, hard over the curb. That's the corner where Mika Häkkinen had his major accident in 90 something. 1, 2, 3. So these are real hands up. The boost comes in there. So you're giving it not much throttle. And then it comes, it's very drivable until all the boost, all the power comes. There is no turbo modeling, but for fear, even just a torque curve, it comes in, losing it. I clutched, engine still running, no starter. Oh, heavy clutch, heavy clutch. I could have stalled there, give myself some points for that, yay! As life passed before my eyes, I forgot what I was talking about. And I didn't really know about this amazing power of that era until some years ago, because all the footage you see, like season reviews, there's never any qualifying footage, so you see the car sort of driving as if they want to finish the race. But if you look on YouTube, there is footage from Adelaide, 85 and 86, which were the most extreme years. Oh, boost. And there's an amazing lap of Senna at Brands Hatch, where you see his the corner onto the start-finish straight. Oversteer there almost. Boost. and there is not much footage, but the little footage you can see, especially in Adelaide, you see people fighting with these cars because the power is so ferocious and there's just too much of it to deal with. Short shift, wheel spin, downshift, third gear, down to second, easy, wheel spin, wheel spin, wheel spin, oversteer, okay, trying to brake harder, behind, oh, bit too late, watch the boost, big oversteer, and you have to take your hand off the wheel to shift. It's not what you want. Fine for the first laps, but run out of stamina after a while to do that with this Botnar system. Oh, big oversteer, short shift, fifth gear, one down, two down, just managed to avoid oversteer. No, oh man. If you see it on the replay, it's not a big slide, but it feels like a huge moment when you're in the car here. I could drive this more easily, but I want to give it a power and back off when it's too much. Almost like. But that's so wheel spin hard over the curb. "15 minutes. Sorry for the face. I guess it's looking real pretty by now. My rig doesn't like these pedal forces anymore. Squeak, squeak. What will the neighbors be thinking that's happening here at this moment? Wheel spin into fifth, third gear, just over the curb. Oh, it's so ferocious there in third. I have to calm down just a little bit with my throttle use, because I'm gonna end up even virtually dead. And there's no way with a slightly more unpredictable turbo response of the real car, and the fact that your feet are dangling somewhere in front of the front axle, that I would ever drive this thing in real life on a street track in fourth gear with wheel spin into Häkkinen bend here. So, but in a sim I want to go to the limit. In this case that is my limit, not so much the car's limit. Watch the boost. Missed shift there, have to do it again. Okay, let's go for it. Wheel spin, man, come on, control. Wait there, just go so part throttle there, twitchy under braking, get the apex, part throttle second gear, it's counterintuitive, it's over this curb, bit braking there, risky to do that. Miss shift, and big wheel spin. Oh, and oh, no! Oh, holy shit. Just before I died, I was 6/10 faster than my best. Oh dear. We regret to inform you that one of your favorite nerds has virtually died numerous times in one attempt. And his replacement, who is driving now, doesn't quite have the skill. Gotta fix this stupid shifter. Way down. The counterintuitive thing in the second gear, I have to give it a reasonable amount of throttle until the boost comes. So I have to back off as I want to accelerate harder. It's just not logical. Easy. 6/10 again and alive. That's a slight difference between this and the last lap. Harder! Oh man. So hard. I'm not locking up because I can't physically almost. With a G25 pedal I would have locked up everywhere. Okay, let's do some laps, man. Oversteer here, this not quite straight. A bit too late as well to tidy up. 19.7. Messy. Oh, stay there. Nice shift there. Stare and drive. 8 minutes. Already at 19. Keep missing this. I'm braking as late as I know the car can do. Forgetting that I can't keep up that pedal pressure. Short shift, always darty. And here it's darty as you sort of go on the brakes mid-corner. Bounce. Sorry about that engine. Big bump. here. Thousands. Okay, that's better, that's better. Oh, I got the ninja brake. Forgot about the rest. Oh, one hand on the steering is getting very tiring there. Oh fuck. Oh, sorry. I don't want to swear. Sorry about that. 94. Lap time is alright. I'm gonna allow myself some recovery time. Oh man. My hands. Especially the left. Don't make any jokes like, yeah, you're not used to using the left hand. I don't want to hear that. Before the last corner, the one but last corner is an almost flat out right-hander in 4th gear. High speeds, high downforce, and then I have to shift with one hand on the steering and my wrist feels so... Man, this keeps being awkward every time I mention wrists and sore and so... Oh man. Alright. Okay. Second gear. This is always wheel spin, misshift, wheel spin. Okay, let's do it. See if we can beat the 19.4. Maybe quiet. 2000s, too slow. Big moment there. Too tense. But I got the apex. Oh. As the boost came in, big oversteer. And missed the apex. Oh, big wheel spin. Oh man. Not a bad attempt. Oh, my rig is squeaking more and more. How do I explain to the YouTube reviewers that this is not in any way meant to be sort of sexual, taken the wrong way? There's sweat, there's squeaking, there's panting, slight swearing. 3 more minutes. And there was a hot face as well. I guess that happens in porn as well. I'll do one more lap and some closing remarks, which will be mostly apologies. Oh! Oh, that was... How did I keep it on there? She said. Trying too hard. Trying too hard, come on. I was quicker, but this was so messy. You can understand how much time is still left if I got to the limit of this car. Meanwhile, my shirt is soaked. Oh, one hand. Getting almost cramped there. Cramped up. Oh, wheel spin in fourth as I go over the finish. Oh man. And I'm gonna say something now that you won't believe. This was a lot better than the first take. Hi. Yes, 1 minute remaining. Okay. What is there to say? Well, if I had a G25, sim racing would be awesome. But with the sim steering system, my hand really starts to cramp up now. And pedals that go, over 100 kilos. It's just such a big difference. I've heard people with motion seats are afraid to press more than 40 or 50 kilos on the brake because they think the motion seat, the actuators, will get damaged. And I just think that's the wrong thing. I'm not so much for all these motion things, and especially if they would stop you from applying realistic braking loads. And you can have all your button boxes and expensive Fanatec wheels, but boy, this is completely different. I suck. I'm making a fool of myself in front of a few thousand. Thanks all for watching, it's awesome. But oh man, this is so different.